What is up, guys? It's Joe on Twos. We're back, and it has been a little bit of a time since my last video, but I first wanted to say hello. And one, I'm perfectly fine. The bike's fine. No bad crashes. That's not why I'm not around. But I also want to say thank you. Every month I get these notifications on my phone. Your YouTube channel is doing great. You're getting subscribers. You're getting 1,500 views in a month. You're getting lots of time watched. And I really haven't been active, and I want to say thank you to all my viewers and my subscribers for sticking around. And I know I haven't been as consistent as I should be for this channel to grow, but for those who are keeping in touch, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much, and I hope you've been enjoying the content. I really think there's going to be some exciting new content coming out for you guys as I'm moving forward, and we'll just get right to it. There's been a lot of change. The bike obviously looks a lot different. You can see there's a belly pan over there that's not on the bike currently, because when I load the bike up and such in my truck, it'll bottom out with my ramp, so I keep it off until I'm at the racetrack, which is what's new. I have a little bit of a video here for you guys before we jump into the content, and it's a little short span of what you guys have missed from the last content that we made until now. And basically it's going to be my first track day all the way up until right now, which is I have my racing license, and I've already got one CCS ASRA AMA race underneath my belt. So hope you guys enjoy awesome stuff, a lot of progress I've been making. Not as fast as I want to be, but you're never going to be that fast. But you know, you saw a little spill in there. I got right back up. Actually, that was my first race. I had a crash and I came right out. I was down in West Virginia after getting my road racing license, which I'll do a video about soon, with Mid-Atlantic Road Racing Club. And I crashed, got the bike back up into the pits, fixed it up, went back out, and still was not last in that race. Still, my times in the morning and practice sessions were a lot faster. I would have been contending maybe for 4th out of I think 12 or 15 riders. I placed 8th or 9th, is what it is, after having a crash under my belt earlier in that morning, and the bike actually not being fully aligned well that day. Not a bad way to start off the racing career. But as you guys can see, the main content of this video is gonna be tires. So I guess we'll just dive. I have been riding on the Dunlop Q3 Plus tires. I have a 120 front, 190/55 in the rear, and these have done great. So I put these, my first track day was actually on the Sport Touring tires that I had on the bike when I bought this bike. And so then the second track day, I was able to go to a more track bias street tire, and they held up great. I mean, these tires have been really fun. This is the first set that I've been on, and you kind of see, you know, they've been wearing pretty nicely. These are a little, you know, worn down because these had 5 track days on. Absolutely, if you're looking to get into track day riding, the Dunlop Q3 Plus is a great tire to use. I got 5 track days out of this tire, which is a lot for track days, especially on road biased track-ish street tires. I rode these all the way through to upper intermediate pace, hoping to get that bump up to advanced soon. However, I currently have them on, and even with 1 track day under my belt on these fresh tires, the pace I'm starting to hold now is, they're not really giving that much confidence to my riding. And between racing and the crash I actually had in the Mid-Atlantic road racing was due to my front tire. I wasn't running warmers because you're not really supposed to run warmers with these tires, they say. And during the warm-up lap, the front tire just was too cold, slid out, had a low side. And so that's my one complaint with these tires is, yes, they're amazing for track days, and I never had an issue with them. Every track day I've done so far, which was early in the track season, I would go out, and hotter days, half a lap, and they're feeling really nice and sticky. On cooler days, like 50, 55 degree days or mornings on the track, a full lap to a lap and a half before I was going full pace. And then once I was at pace, they'd hold temperature. Pressure was relatively easy to adjust on these tires to get the pressures right on the cold to hot days where it's cold in the morning, hot in the afternoons. Maybe adjusting a couple PSI here or there, but they were really easy to manage on track. If you're just looking to do track days for fun, street ride and do track riding, Q3 Plus is the way to go. I got 5 track days all the way up to upper intermediate pace on these tires, and the only complaint was the warm-up times, and at this point now at the pace I'm holding, edge grip. So when I'm, you know, on really fast corners like a turn 1 at a place like New Jersey Motorsports Park, Thunderbolt, you know, we're coming down the straightaway, I'll be trailing the front tire into turn 1. It'll settle in, it'll be nice, really letting off, and right when I'm about to get off the brakes, I'll feel the front just slightly pushing a little bit, and I'd like to carry the front brake a little bit further. And then on the rear, I'm not getting slippage right away, but once you load the tire and I'm starting to really trying to get past that half throttle on exit, it'll start squirming around a little bit. And that's what's with fresh rubber currently on my tires. Again, these are not racing tires. However, I did race on them and didn't place last, and the times I was doing could have placed me higher. But overall now, with looking to grow, I'm going to say amateur racing, after maybe getting a race under your belt, move to something more like a race DOT at least, if not a slick. But I haven't experienced that yet. I'm going to be experiencing that soon. On doing a lot of track days or track only, a race DOT is probably going to be your best friend. Also, in the wet on the racetrack, there's some content out there that says they're good. They're terrible in the wet. It was what I only would imagine a slick would feel like in the rain. My road racing school, we had to do a race at the end, to graduate against the other classmates. And I mean, the second you tip the bike over, these tires are just squirming around with, you know, with the Aprilia, with all the electronics on and everything. And I just slowly get on the throttle, and my throttle application's not perfect, but it's not terrible. The rear's stepping out, the front likes to walk if you're out on the brake at all. So overall, if you're thinking you can get a wet track day out of these, if you're looking to hold a medium pace, still no. Last note, running these with warmers. I know a lot of stuff online says not to, although I did get some information from Dunlop that said you can run the front at 150 and the rear at 165. I did that at my last track day, even on the tires I currently have, just to see how how it all works, because I just got warmers and now I'm going to be going on slicks next track day, and they perform great. I didn't have any cold grip starting. I didn't overheat them. They weren't greasy at all. They performed great right out the box. They were, they were great under the conditions that were required for what I wanted to get out of them. But then again, going out there, I was able to get more laps at higher pace. I was able to push it more, and it was a hot day. And overall, I started finding the limits of these tires. And so up next, I am fitting this bike with Pirelli SC2s front and rear for the race slicks, for my first venture into race slicks as tires. My next race is coming up in July. I have a practice day that I'm using coming up soon, hopefully weather permitting, with thunderstorms. All it's been is thunderstorms this year, but overall this bike's been great. Handled a crash great, no major damage, was able to get back out there same day. Hoping to really make some big waves racing this year and have a really good time doing it. In regards to racing, I do have some new information I want to share with you guys. Motorcycle racing is extremely expensive. Between a crash or new tires, slicks costing, hundreds of dollars that then don't last nearly as long as you would like them to, and etc. Gear, when you go down, repairing gear, or even track day amenities like keeping yourself out of the sun with a canopy tent, food, all these different things that go into racing events. It gets expensive, and I am starting med school actually in August, and I plan to keep racing and keep putting content out for you guys. However, financially things are going to become different, and that's where I'm kind of coming to you guys and hoping to either, one, for you to spread the word, or two, for maybe my viewers that could kind of jump in and become a part of the racing experience with me. And one, I plan on being more committed to you guys with this channel and creating more content and getting more things out there for you guys in racing and track days and the equipment that I'm using. And two, I'm asking for your support. I'm going to link down below the GoFundMe that you can go and read a little bit more about what I'm doing, how I plan on going about it, and how any support that you possibly maybe would be able to give would be appreciated and needed, to be honest. I'm looking for sponsorships, I'm looking for support, I'm looking to advertise. So, you see on all these race bikes all these different stickers about the different things they're running. So whether it's a sticker on the bike, patches on my leathers, my helmet, tents and different things, or stands that I can have at my pit at these race events where there's hundreds of people, there's between races hanging out, and families, etc. On my truck, different types of things. I'm open to advertising for you and whatever small business that you have that you're trying to get information out there. Racers are always looking for support as well, because it's a difficult sport to do alone. Fortunately, I've had the support of my girlfriend and I've had the support of my family. However, bringing you guys on as my support team is something that would be amazing, because it'd be awesome to take that next step into racing and bring you guys with me and share every experience I have. And that's really my goal, to share everything I can with you guys. And to do that, I need time, and I need to race, and to do that I need support, so I can make that happen for you guys. Again, if all you can give me is that like button, that subscribe button, that share the video, and just a thumbs up overall, and supporting me on my way, that is more than I could ever ask for, because I'm just doing this to share with you guys and help others the same way I've been helped time and time again through the different people out there on YouTube. So getting off my high horse, you can go to the link below for the GoFundMe, and overall, leave in the comments what you think, etc. And thank you for the support just by being here today and letting me share this with you. And I hope to catch you guys out there soon. All right, peace out, guys.